And you were going to talk about QT.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Well,
Have you
Disco
talked to him? He said he's quitting AEW.
resigned.
Right,
Right.
right.
You got any info? What's going on there?
Well, I know for a fact this had been building up. You know, he's been very frustrated. He gets paid very well, but he was very frustrated because he does a lot of stuff, and Tony's the type of guy that it would change his mind last minute. You know, I've heard
Hmm.
from other guys that work there. Will not say names, obviously. Um, the same thing. They corroborate what he says. Can be very frustrating, especially he only listens to top guys, which some of them don't have the best interests of the company at heart. Didn't you learn that lesson your first year in, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know one of the things that he was wanting to do was, hey, use me on TV. I got a small window here because how old is he? Like 37, Joe? Can you check?
He might
I
be
got
40, but I'm not sure.
because I've seen like and they're not going to push him or
Yeah,
anything
you're
like
right.
that.
He's
How old is
38.
he?
38.
So, they're not going to push these guys, but I've seen Jimmy Jacobs in a match. I've seen that guy, Pat Buck, in a match. I've seen Chris Daniels in a match. They don't really push him, but, he just wanted to work. And I think Tony didn't believe in him even after we made him champ. I'm sure Tony doesn't watch our show. But the guys, we booked him to get him mega over quick, and he did his part, and it worked.
Right.
And I cannot believe that with all the J Brones he has there, he has a lot of stars, but he also has a lot of J Brones. He couldn't find something for him. I'm
Right.
just saying this personally. And he got frustrated and he quit. That takes a lot of, he was making a lot of money. I'll tell you what surprised me a lot, Glenn.
Hmm.
So when I came back off the road, I had like 3 days of Twitter that I hadn't checked.
Right.
So I just ran through it real quick. And I was pretty surprised with all the wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers and Paz and saying, "Hey man, this guy was a good worker. This guy was a good guy.
Right,
We're gonna
right.
miss you." I did not expect to see that. You know what I'm saying? So he
About
was well
QT?
respected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right or not, Joe?
Yeah, no, yeah, and he did the smart thing at the beginning of AEW. He just dug in. He was like, "Oh, I'll format the show. I got a school. I'll do this. I'll work on TV." Like he made sure he was available for any opportunity, and it led to 4 years there or whatever. But
Yeah.
sorry to see him leave.
Yeah. And as head of talent manager, you get a lot of heat. A lot of heat, right? Because a
Right.
lot of times you got to give bad news. But he knows how to talk to people. And I didn't see anybody go, yeah, good. I'm glad you're gone, or some passive aggressive remark. It was all you could tell. Hey, this guy was a hard
Heartfelt.
worker. We're gonna miss you. He wore many hats. Blah blah blah. So we'll still keep working with him. Okay, that's an answer that wasn't a question that wasn't asked. But I have a feeling he may be going somewhere. So I don't
So
know
do
how
I.
much longer we'll be working with him.
Yeah, if he's able and we have a window of time before he makes a move, people have of course already asked if he was going to come on the show. So
Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing. There's two things you got to remember. Number one, I don't know if he has a non-compete. If he has a non-compete, I don't know. Um, and number two, and if he does have a non-compete, once it's up, I will bring him on. But if we can bring him on before, I will. And the other thing is, and I didn't even know this, but I guess Tony's very famous for like,
non-disclosures.
right.
So a lot of guys that leave
But
have to
bro,
have to quit.
let me tell you the easiest way to get around a non-disclosure. You ready?
Hmm.
Be an anonymous source.
Exactly. Leak it
Oh,
out there.
nice. Yeah,
Leak it out there. You don't know
yeah.
who put it out there.
Right,
Right.
right.
But anyways, good luck, my friend. I loved working with you, and we'll continue to work if you want to. And again, great time at WrestleK. If you've been thinking about doing it and you haven't, do it. Boom.